So what is the story behind Medusa? It is made you see, say, and sow. Backwards, as you dim, as you damn, eyes, a dam, e dam, and so on and so forth. You're damned by your perspective. So what, Medusa basically made you sow, made you see, right? What is the story of Medusa? You have to look at how she became that way. Why Athena and Zeus are at times wearing the Gorgon headpiece, okay? They made you see and turn to stone, right? You couldn't react. You didn't take action, right? Faith without works is empty. Also, she was raped in the temple of Athena. This is a correction. I believe in the past I said it was the temple of Aphrodite. There's a connection there one way or another. All these kind of female deities have some interesting connections. Of course, there's the tale of the apple of discord and the Trojan War and so on and so forth. Anyway, so made you so. That hag, that witch who's into illusion and witchcraft, who was raped and despises the heroes. That's her story. She wants to turn heroes to stone that come to slay her and to stop her madness. Okay? She made you so. She made you sleep. She's a eugenicist helping Hades, helping Apollo and Hermes in detestable ideas such as those. And she made you so. Okay? And so then you, what does that mean? Well, then you say, well, I have to think about my kids. See how that works? So she's tricked you. Now you've gone further down the path and you feel like it's hopeless, but it's not. You have to impress upon your kids the true message of the Lord, which is your major responsibility as a parent, the true message of the Creator. So even if they're taken to fostering care, even if a pedophile takes them away, they know to fight to the death under certain circumstances. They know how to behave. Your job is to raise them, not to be with them all the time, not to hold them, not to kiss them. Your main job is to raise them so you can convey the Spirit of the Lord, the Creator, through yourself to them. That is your gift to them, the Spirit that you convey to your children. Okay, so if you lose them at age 5 or whatever, they'll impress upon them in a way before you do, right, that they'll never forget what to do, how to live their lives. Raise them properly. Raise them. Rise. Raise. Rise like the sun. How evil is it to doom humanity to a fake act of righteous action limited to ill-gotten gains and witty and sarcastic insults whispered in the ears of whores? Save souls in Ra's order alone. Their goal is feelings and emotions. They want to keep the show going and to keep people drawn into it, feeling like it is real. Life to them is a movie that leads to a confused death of rewinding scenes at best, which creates a confused death that means they go nowhere. Think about what I mean by that. Pause it if you have to. Osiris's cult was about putting in people's minds that the souls of their loved ones aren't just lost, people that were lost. The point of experiencing life is to find the divine order. That's the point of life. Find the divine order. Serve the Lord, thy Creator, with all thy heart, all thy mind, and all thy soul. To love Him is to position yourself effectively. Do you leave your kids with pedophiles? Okay? It is similar to leave your kids with pedophiles and say that you love them than to leave your faith and to when it comes to it is similar to that, to leave your faith with someone who is not in the divine order. You're not serving them with care. You're not taking that extra care to develop your mind, body, and soul in the divine order, basically. So the obvious questions, religions, martial arts, dedications, the obvious questions of life, religion, martial arts, dedication, and its significance, Africa's significance, the dangers of money and conformity, how to live one's life to serve God or the highest logic and purpose versus illusion, misdirection, peer pressure, distraction, busy mentalities, right? You're too busy to do that. Fear, attachment, lust, etc. Why are we here? These are the important questions of life you have to ask yourself. Who says life is preferred? Does taking away everything that makes life worth living and denying someone a suitable helper that he loves and kids lead the wise or even the smart person to death? Yes. Do the African slaves that were miserable with no kids prove definitively that they are inferior to the African martial arts? Yes, they did not fight to the death. They chose to serve the devil in his structure, right? They lost their mind, body, and soul just so they can survive and serve the devil all their lives. That's inferior. That's an inferior path. We all can learn from the lessons of slavery for that reason. In other words, why exist serving your oppressor in such a pitiful state when logically it is not what the Creator wants? Why believe his interpretation of the Bible? What does this mean for any less than rich person outside of the divine order that is denied love in a selfish society, right? A debt slave, a mind control slave, and so on and so forth. What if the divine order is a martial arts order that requires one to fight to the death in a way that is consistent with sacred morality? I mean, we have to consider these questions. It is irresponsible, it is immoral to create laws that prevent people from considering these ideas. The true ending of the Bible's attempt to end the human story. We have to truly understand what the true ending is. There is a war in the realm of ideas with one last angel, the last Pharaoh, not recognized publicly by any, and he triumphs, and all that are left accept spiritual death, and many attempt to live as evil life forms forever. Okay, they're trying to live as long as they can, as evil life forms. And I went over the 7 seals: pride, greed, sloth, lust, envy, gluttony, and wrath. And sloth, again, is the absence of the Spirit of the Lord. It is self-pity in the absence of the Spirit of the Lord. Okay, so, what is the alternative, right? To try to live, try to have compassion for your fellow man. When you hit the fence, the H is the fence, the wall, Hades, right? The fence, okay, the cattle, and where they go, right? Hades has a dog, right? The dogs, the 3 dogs, the 2-headed lions, he's depicted in different ways, right? He's the fence. He's coming between you and the Spirit. Do you say, hey, there's a fence and I've done what I can? Or do you then fight?